Hey, what is up guys? The Mexican Asian here. I have a video today about a game FPS. I don't know exactly how to call it, but that's the best I can do it. So, if you're here wondering how to build your first gaming PC and you're wondering how many games or how many FPS you get in games in high settings in 1080p and 720p, I'm here to help you with that. And the only reason I'm doing this video is because a few people are asking me in the comment section below of Austin Evans Proton build, if that's correct, if it's the Proton, sorry. Um, so yeah, it's the Photon 500 gaming PC build. That's on June 2014. This gaming rig is also still good for 2015 if you're still looking for one. You could do a few changes if you like. That's up to you, but I would recommend taking your time on it because that's what I did, and it turned out great. So, anyways, let's move on to some games and FPS. Alright, so the first game that I'll be showing off is Minecraft, because obviously a lot of people play Minecraft, obviously me. I just play with friends whenever I'm bored, it's sometimes fun. Alright, so there's really no 1080p or 720p. It just depends on your recording device or your rendering if you're recording. The highest FPS I get is 255, and if you guys record depending, I don't know, Fraps, Bandicam, Action, DX Tory, others. I used Shadowplay, considering that I don't use commentary in my videos like this as showing off the FPS. So if you're using a recording device, I use Bandicam. When I'm not recording, I get 255. When I'm recording, I get around 80 to 150 FPS. It's decent enough, and so yeah. And the next game is Goat Simulator. On Goat Simulator, it's a fun game. You can do whatever you want. On the high settings at 1080p, you get, when you're not recording, 60. Whenever you're not doing like a bunch of things like exploding cars or a lot of explosions or summoning your goats or whatever. And so yeah. When you're not recording, you might get 60 to 30 FPS. When you're recording, you get around 30 to 60 FPS. You'll be going up and down everywhere. So yeah. I also forgot to mention that this game is also a lot of fun. It's fun to play around whenever you're bored, whenever you're waiting for friends from after school. You could just blow stuff up and amuse yourself, or maybe do some random stuff. This game's like, I would say 10 out of 10 IGN. And the next game is Hawken. It's a free-to-play co-op. You could play, well, it's online. You could also play co-op with a friend or by yourself or a group of friends. So yeah, this game is a lot of fun. It's free. You could download on the website. I'll put a link in the description if you feel like. Actually, I'll be posting the links in the description for all these games. So anyways. Hawken, you get in Hawken, when you get 60 to 120 FPS whenever you're not recording, and whenever you are recording, depending on what device. If I would say Fraps, I would probably say, because I don't have Fraps, I would say it would be 50 to 80. If you have Bandicam, that's what I used. It was 30 to 60. In Shadowplay, it was a lot different. It was more like 60 to 20, 120. And the next game coming up is Payday II. A fun game to, well, rob banks, kill police officers, and tie up hostages or civilians, and make them hostages anyway. Sorry about that. In Payday 2, in 1080p, as you're watching right now, you get 60 to 120 FPS. That also includes whenever you're not recording, and whenever you're recording at 1080p. I used Bandicam, it was 40 to 80. When I used Shadow Play, it was 60 to 120. Again, different recording devices could always be different and also have different FPS and video quality. And at 720p you get at 120 to 150. I saw like a boost rate up like there, like I turned all the settings low, and when you have at 720p with low settings you get around 80 to 120 FPS. Again guys, I used Bandicam and Shadowplay. They're always different, and other recording devices are also different. Another game that is fun is Team Fortress 2. You guys know it's a free-to-play game. You can do a lot of stuff. Alright, so let's just get to it. While playing at 1080p whenever you're not recording, you get 120 to 200 FPS. That's how much I get. Whenever you're recording, you get 60 to 180 at 1080p. And at 720p, whenever you're not recording, you get 100 to 150. And whenever you are recording, I got 60 to 120. Everything can't be always accurate, but it gives you the idea or the amount of FPS to 30 to 60. As long as you get over 40, that's my opinion, is always good. Getting over 40 FPS, sure, having the highest FPS is fun, good and all, but it's not quite necessary, depending on unless if you're going to record. Alright, and the last game that I have to test out is CSGO. At 1080p is 120 to 200 FPS. Whenever you're not recording, it's obviously 120 to 200 FPS. When you are recording, is 80 to 120 FPS at 1080p. You really don't have to change your settings to high or normal. I would just leave them default or however you like them. It's still going to be around that FPS range, what I just said. And whenever you're playing at 720p, in my opinion, it's like shit. The quality is shit. You get 100 to 150 whenever you're recording. With whatever device, you might get 60 to 120. That's how much FPS I got. CSGO is a lot of fun. I play it often, and so yeah. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.